Alright, so in this video we're going to turn this cheesy LED $20 light from Walmart with a fusible link, and we're going to turn this thing into a nice fixture that we can use in cabins, or in this case I've got 4 of these, and I'm going to build some probably flush mount rustic lights to go in the shop here. But I got 4 of them. They're 5500 lumen, 4-foot linkable LED shop lights. So that's what we're going to be covering. Okay, cut 3 1x6s at 48 inches exactly. I cut 2 end caps at 5.5 strong, and then I cut 2 3-inch blocks. Sorry, cut 2 2x4s. They're a 3-inch rip, and they are 5.5 shy. Now, what I actually have to do here is cut one of these blocks 1.5 inches shorter so that I can put my end caps on, and then everything lines up. So I'll go ahead and do that. So it ends up being 1 5/8 inches actually, given the thickness of the boards. Maybe a little swollen, so a little wet, but ended up being 1 5/8 inches smaller than the other 2. So now I've got those end caps cut. I've got the spacer blocks for my light fixture cut. And I got my sides cut. With the magic of video, we've got the box built. So now I built the box, the inside dimensions of the box are 46 3/8, and I know the light fixture on the box said it was 48 inches, but it was lying because it's actually 46 inches. So that's why I went down a little farther and leaving 48 in the clear. Now with the spacer blocks, I've added those so that I can push the light fixture as close to the surface as possible. But I put that on both sides. That'll get glued and nailed in there, and then you can see we set the light fixture inside so that it's nice and tight inside of it. And this would work whether you've got this cover on. In fact, I probably would rather that this cover wasn't on it, because I could get more lumens out of this thing without this cover. So I may look at cover removal, since it's never going to see the light of day. Neither is this tether cord ever going to see the light of day. It's going to be inside the box. So I'll end up drilling a hole out of the end of this box here so that the cord can come out. And then I'll put a cover over the top with a slit so it's nice and sleek, lined up with where the LEDs are. And I'll have a box beam light fixture with LED guts inside. And I'm building 4 of these for the shop to help illuminate the general floor and table saw area. And then I'll have another video coming out soon when my puck lights show up with my under cabinet lights. Now, these are all concept lighting fixtures with these newer LED style than the older fluorescents. When I've done these in the past, I have videos of that, but I've done hinges on the cover for access so that you could replace the fluorescent bulbs inside of these beam boxes. But since I'm not doing that, and I had to do a valance over the top, right, to keep dust and bugs out, integrated into the lid, I don't have to do any of that with these sealed cases unless I decide to take this cover off. Then I'll have to do plexiglass or similar frosted style violence over this so you can't see inside of it. But I'll just cut the wood out and encase this with a slit. I'll do a hole saw here and a hole saw here, and then I'll cut out the center swath so that at whatever width these LEDs are, I've got the light coming out, and then we'll embellish it with some type of probably hammered metal on the sides, and given the shop motif, it's probably going to be black. But we'll get to that, and then staining and sanding. I'm going to antique all these, or which is a really nice word for beat the heck out of it with chains and chisels and whatever else I've got in the shop, so that I can give it a bunch of character and make it look more antiqued. I'll probably do brown with a light gray glaze over it so that I can give it that somewhat of a barn effect without making it look too cheesy. And then I'll have those light fixtures, and obviously this is far more work than you would traditionally do inside of a shop building, especially a wood shop. But like I said, these are my concept light fixtures for the cabins. So I want to get all the glitches worked out of it as far as the reveals. How is it light? How much lumens am I actually getting out of these fixtures once I get them set up, to see whether or not I need to color, or I'm sorry, if I need to increase the lumens. There's also a 7,000 watt version of these same light fixtures. I think, given the size of the cabins, 5,500 lumens is going to be enough. But it 100% depends on how much of those lumens make it out of these beam style light fixtures.
My love to my friend Rick Ross. Rick, they actually wishing if you love to keep it my
So now this is all done. We got it stained up, just like grayish black stain. I beat the living tar out of it. I cut the volume for that part. I beat the tar out of it with a screwdriver, a scrap piece of wood, and whatever else I had laying around it. Rocks like that. Little box here, whatever I had to beat the tar out of it with. Now we'll test the light. You can see this some gun is plenty bright enough. I'll have 4 of them in the shop, so I'm happy with that output. Thanks.